What is up, guys? Welcome back to another video. It's Sick Moron, and today I'm back with another review. The last time I did a review, I was so frustrated I couldn't even say anything, man. I tried to force myself and I tried to rant about it as much as I could. And now finally I'm at a position where I can not even rant about the movie, but just calmly talk about it. And it's an amazing experience that I can talk to you guys about. So I watched Multiverse of Madness over the weekend, and I have got to say that this movie would not be good if you expected too much of it. I made that mistake. I expected too much. I expected superior Iron Man and all this stuff. Spoiler review. This is a spoiler review. Again, I am telling you guys, if you've not seen the movie, I recommend you stay away from here unless you want to spoil the movie for yourself. So, this is my last spoiler warning. I'm giving you a chance to click away. Yeah, click away if you've not seen the movie. Getting back on track, I expected superior Iron Man, Wolverine, Tobey Maguire. We all were. Don't lie. You guys are expecting it as well. I know some of you were expecting it. But I went into the movie. To be honest, I wasn't really disappointed. Because when the first reviews came out, I was like, okay, I guess I gotta stop expecting too much. And I stopped right there. This movie was complete madness, and I loved it. I loved it. I kept my expectations low, and I think that's the reason I really loved it. And I just want to talk about John Krasinski as Mr. Fantastic. That was all I needed, guys. All I needed in life. Those of you who follow my Instagram page, you know how much I've been manifesting John Krasinski as Mr. Fantastic, being an MCU fan and a fan of The Office show. I have never been more happier in my life. I am so great, but there was some really huge mistakes. I'll get to that later. I want to talk about the main things, which is the story. Now, this is a story about Wanda more than Strange. I was actually surprised at how much time Wanda got in this movie. Like, it was just so much. And Wanda being my favorite female Avenger, you know, to explore this evil side of her, this sinister side of her in this movie with the same runtime as Doctor Strange. I think she had even more, if I'm not mistaken, but she had at least the equal amount of screen time as Strange, and I really loved it. She went completely mad and brutal in this movie, and I was so shocked at the amount of things that Disney actually allowed in this movie. Yeah, it's not the type of things that you would expect a movie which is distributed by Disney to have. So it was kind of surprising the way Wanda kills the Illuminati. That was all brutal, but the story was just so good. Like, this is a story about Wanda, and she's going through the multiverse. She's going around the multiverse, just looking for her kids, and it was so beautiful to see that and horrifying. It was a complete horror movie. There were so many jump scares in this movie, so it was kind of like surprising for me. There was so many jump scares. It was a full-on horror movie. When Feige said it was going to be a horror movie, I was like, really? Okay. So I went in, and this was really madness and full complete Sam Raimi horror. Sam Raimi fans are going to be satisfied with this movie. I mean, it has Bruce Campbell, it has the horror elements, it has amazing music by Danny Elfman. This is everything fans of Evil Dead could have ever wanted. So I've not seen that movie really, but I know, like, Sam Raimi fans are definitely fans of Evil Dead, because that's where all his popularity started from. So this is just fully Sam Raimi. They literally gave him control to do whatever he wants. I mean, this was fully brutal. And now coming to Doctor Strange, I liked him in this book. It was really great. Although there was so many, I felt like the final battle was a huge mess. I felt like it was too rushed, and I felt like there were too many plot holes left by the ending of this movie. The way Wanda kills the Illuminati was brutal, but I felt like there was some mistakes in that too. Like, it had a lot of lazy writing. I mean, you call Reed Richards the smartest man in the world, and then literally allow him to expose his team members' weakness to the opponent. and then kill him off by shredding him to string cheese. I felt like it was kind of horrible, but they could have done so much and they didn't. It was kind of lazy. I mean, like Captain Marvel and Captain Carter literally just standing watching John Krasinski's Reed Richards and Black Bolt be murdered by Wanda like that, and it was kind of brutal. And now getting back to Charles Xavier, I think he had a sufficient amount of screen time. Like I didn't feel like it was too much or too less. It was just right. But I felt like the other members were kind of lazily written, and I hope that John Krasinski comes back to play Mr. Fantastic because he wasn't really treated well. I mean, in those 5 minutes that he was in the movie, he actually acted good, but you don't call him the smartest man alive. Again, you don't call him the smartest man alive and then make him expose his teammates' weakness to the opponent, which I kind of felt was so horrible. And they need to bring him back as the main MCU Reed Richards. So Black Bolt's death was kind of brutal, by the way. I was really shocked. I mean, not something you expect in a Disney movie, but this just crossed the limits. And the build up towards the jump scares were amazing. I really loved it. And it was a mess. Yes, it is a messy movie. Yes, it does have some lazy writing. Yes, it does have some plot hole. But other than that, if you just expect to see less cameos and just see Doctor Strange and Wanda, the Scarlet Witch, fighting, you're just going to end up loving this movie. And I did love this movie. Even though it's messy, I still love it. But it won't necessarily come in the top 10. It won't be better than the previous Doctor Strange movie for me. This one might be bigger in terms of scales and all, but the story, it kind of felt flat. But just the CGI and the fight scenes were just so good. Like, it just made me love this movie. Sure, I didn't care about the story because I was just going in for an experience rather than a masterpiece kind of a movie. This movie was definitely a 4 out of 5 for me, I'll say. But one thing I really noticed in the movie is that all of the Illuminati members have all come back except for John Krasinski's Reed Richards, who has never been seen before. So I think that this could be a hint that, hey, this is also going to be a reused character in the MCU. They're all reused except John Krasinski's Reed Richards. So I think that's a hint that he will be the MCU's Reed Richards and not just a variant. And I felt like that was great. And then there's this scene that I really love where Doctor Strange explains to Wanda that she created her kids with magic, and for her to go through all this trouble is just useless. And then she says that's what every mother does. And that line hit really different. And then there's that other scene where the variant Wanda is interacting with the main Scarlet Witch, our MCU variant. And I felt like that was the most heartwarming scene. I really liked this movie. Yes, it was a messy movie, but overall I just enjoyed it moreover because of the Scarlet Witch. And I think you should go and watch this movie. If you're gonna take kids, you should be at least 10 for this movie. I don't think you can really take kids under that age for this movie. It does have really strong violence for a Marvel movie. So I'd give it a 4 out of 5. It was a great movie. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Do you think Reed Richards will return? Do you think John Krasinski's Reed Richards will return as the main MCU Mr. Fantastic? Do let me know in the comments down below. I hope you guys enjoyed this review. I hope I didn't drag on for too long. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe, and peace.